The universe has always spoken to humanity in whispers and roars. Sometimes those whispers come as patterns in the stars. Sometimes they arrive as terrifying omens that blaze across the sky. Today, the world watches one such omen, the Three-Eye Atlas comet, slip into our solar system, as if carrying a message written long before we existed. From ancient scrolls in dusty temples to prophecies preserved in forgotten languages, humanity has feared a day when a great comet from the outer dark would breach our cosmic gates. They said it would not be bound by our sun's gravity. They said it would come from the interstellar abyss, carrying the dust of other worlds. They said it would come at the end. The Three-Eye Atlas comet is not like the comets you have seen before. It is not a local wanderer making its lazy loop around our sun. It is an interstellar visitor, its trajectory unbound by our familiar celestial laws. It comes from a place so far beyond our reach that no human eye has ever truly imagined it, and once it leaves, it may never return. Prophets from centuries past feared such a visitor. They described it in different words. Some called it the sky dragon, some the silver spear, others the messenger of the void. But their visions shared a haunting similarity, a blazing object tearing through the heavens, growing brighter as it approaches, and leaving in its wake a cascade of earthly calamities. NASA scientists track its path with cold precision, but their language is not prophecy, it is mathematics. Yet even they admit that Three-Eye Atlas is unusual. Its speed, its brightness, and its composition defy easy explanation. As it draws nearer, the specter of ancient warnings grows impossible to ignore. For those who believe in prophecy, this is not a coincidence. It is a cosmic alignment. Some ancient texts speak of a wanderer from beyond the seven spheres that arrives in the time of global unrest. It is said to appear when nations teeter on the edge of war, when leaders turn against their people, and when the earth itself rebels with fire, wind, and trembling ground. Look around you now and tell me, does this not sound like our present age? In the Hopi prophecies, there is the tale of the blue star Kachina, a celestial being whose arrival marks the end of the fourth world. The Three-Eye Atlas, with its shimmering bluish-green tail, eerily mirrors this vision. The elders said it would be seen by all, even those who had forgotten how to look at the night sky. They said its coming would mark the purification of the world. Nostradamus, in his cryptic quatrains, hinted at a celestial torch that would blaze during a time of famine and war. His words spoke of fire in the heavens and the great city reduced to ashes. Skeptics dismiss these as poetic metaphors, but believers see in Three-Eye Atlas the literal embodiment of his vision. A visitor from beyond the stars, igniting events we are powerless to stop. Some scholars suggest that Three-Eye Atlas is a fragment of a larger interstellar body, possibly shattered in a collision eons ago. If true, it may carry within its icy heart materials older than our sun. But for prophets, this is not mere science, it is a vessel of destiny. A courier delivering messages not in words but in cosmic consequences. Imagine for a moment that it carries not just dust and ice but the spores of life or the seeds of death from another world. If it were to fragment, Earth's atmosphere could be seeded with alien material unknown to our biology. Ancient seers might have called this the plague from the sky, a phrase found in both biblical and Mayan prophecy. In the book of Revelation, there is the mysterious wormwood, a star that falls from heaven, poisoning the waters and causing great suffering. Some believers claim that comets, with their long, glowing tails, fit this description. Three-Eye Atlas, if it passed too close or shed its icy debris into Earth's atmosphere, could turn such scripture into reality. The most chilling aspect of the Three-Eye Atlas comet is its silence. Unlike an asteroid which reflects sunlight plainly, a comet emits ghostly gases and ionized particles that create an aura of mystery. Its light is not simply reflected, it is alive, constantly changing as though it breathes. In prophecy, such a living light is often seen as a soul, a spirit, or a messenger. Already, reports emerge from different corners of the globe of strange phenomena. People claim to have seen it during the day, shimmering faintly like a phantom sun. Farmers in remote regions speak of their animals behaving strangely, restless under the moonless night. Astronomers note fluctuations in its brightness, almost as if it were pulsing with intent. Those who study prophecy warn that signs rarely come in isolation. They come as a chain of events, each one confirming the last. And in recent months, the chain has grown. Earthquakes in unusual places, heat waves and floods within days of each other, political uprisings toppling governments. The comet does not cause these things directly, it heralds them. Interstellar objects are rare. Only 2 have been recorded in modern history. Oumuamua in 2017 and now 3I Atlas. Both arrived without warning, both on hyperbolic trajectories that defy return. But unlike Oumuamua, 3I Atlas carries the unmistakable visual signature of a comet, a traditional omen in nearly every culture. It is as though the universe wanted this one to be seen. In Chinese prophecy, a broom star sweeping across the sky was a harbinger of dynastic collapse and social upheaval. The emperor's astrologers would watch for it with dread, for its appearance often coincided with war, famine, or rebellion. Today, no emperor rules the world, but the comet's sweep could mark the downfall of powers that now believe themselves eternal. And yet, perhaps the greatest danger is not impact but interpretation. For centuries, people have acted on prophecy in ways that fulfill it. A leader convinced that the end is near might act recklessly, igniting conflicts that spiral out of control. Economic systems could crumble, not from physical destruction but from the panic that prophecy can ignite. What if the 3I Atlas comet is a test? A mirror held up to our species, showing us how we react to the unknown. Will we unite under the shared wonder of a cosmic visitor, or fracture further, retreating into fear and suspicion? Prophets have always said that humanity's end is as much a choice as it is a fate. In some visions, the comet is not destruction, it is deliverance, a signal that the age of corruption will be swept away, making room for a world reborn. But rebirth rarely comes without pain. The fire that destroys is the same fire that forges. Whether 3I Atlas is the hammer or the anvil may depend on how we face it. There are whispers in the scientific community about its trajectory, slight deviations that cannot be explained by gravity alone. Some suggest jets of gas from its surface are nudging it unpredictably. Others, less conventional, wonder if it is guided by forces we do not yet understand. The idea of a comet as a deliberate traveler is unsettling, yet it lingers in the imagination. In the end, prophecy is not about certainty, it is about warning. The 3I Atlas comet is a reminder that we are not the masters of the heavens. We are part of a larger story, one that began before us and will continue long after we are gone. Whether it is a harbinger of doom or simply a wanderer passing by, it demands our attention. When you look up at the night sky and see that faint glimmer growing brighter, remember that countless generations before you did the same. They stood under different skies, in different lands, but they felt the same chill in their bones. They too wondered if they were living in the last days. They too feared the visitor from beyond. And perhaps that is the final prophecy, that the universe will always send us messengers, and it is up to us to listen. The 3I Atlas comet is here now. It will not wait for our understanding, nor care for our fears. It will sweep past, leaving us to decide what its visit meant. And maybe, just maybe, that decision will shape the fate of the world.